Mm-hmm. So meditation, obviously, for me personally, meditation did one thing. That one thing was calming the demon in the mind, calming the noise in the mind. So meetings happened, travel happened. So a lot of, as my corporate career progressed, a lot more responsibilities. I set up the first cloud business. Again, very new business. At the same time, working with the clients, working with the managers. So it was, meditation gave me that courage, gave me that confidence to kind of go ahead and do new things. In terms of healing also, prior to that, I used to get cold every month or every other month. And then over time, either because of reduced worrying or reduced things, so I never used to get that frequency of cold. In fact, when I started off my career, so for me, all answers, every time I used to have an issue at work, at home, either with my boss or something not working fine, something I feel bad about, right? So invariably I get pointed to a book and then I open it, I read it, I get an answer. So service is a practice, is a laboratory for us to see how evolved, how transformed we are compared to others. So one thing I learned from my service and the wisdom and meditation practice is not to worry about anything. There is no need for us to worry about anything, either personally or otherwise. As long as you're open to receiving guidance, as long as you're confident, right, things will continue to happen. You continue to observe. This whole journey has been so magical, and the essence of it is not to worry. My first spiritual book or new age spiritual book that started my journey in 2000 was The Power of Now. Now is about being in the present moment, though it took us several years to be practicing that being the present moment. And to me, now translates to no worry.
Welcome, dear friends and masters, to day 6 of our quantum journey. We try to bring you different voices as a host throughout this journey to make it more interesting and share the wealth. My own life changed in these 3 questions, and I want to leave you today with something real. First, it was, as we talked about yesterday, why me, the victim? Then it became, why not me? Challenger kind of situation. And then slowly it progressed to, wow, it's me, becoming the co-creator. And then I started saying, if not me, then who? And if not now, then when? This shift, friends, did not happen overnight. It happened, very subtly. By increasing, slowly realizing my own awareness, as you've heard from all different masters until now. Through meditation, through these wisdom sessions, meeting different masters around the world. And all of it together, kept opening the doors one after another. The new reality started unfolding. New mindsets, new behaviors, new belief system, and the list goes on. Yesterday, Sir talked about brain waves, how they shape the way we think and we feel, and why do we need to know that? You'll see throughout this 40 days, the way the program is curated, that you are wired the way you think and feel. And then those thoughts are wired to our hormones and how at cellular level, what it's doing to our nervous system and how we respond to life itself. So much for that science. And today you'll realize that understanding the science behind the spirituality, we turn into all challenges into experiences. And as Sai Sagarji said, never to worry about anything. And we realize that everything, if we can see that as a witness, you see how beautifully it has either come to make you more resilient, unfold what's next for you and teach you these learning, beautiful experiences. So I invite you today with day 6. You've made it here today. So let's have an open mind, an empty cup, because only an empty cup can be filled. And you are here along with me to receive in abundance. So take a nice, slow, deep breath. We'll be starting our sessions today with meditation first, and then Sir will join us and take us to our next wisdom session. We have a great, interesting leader sharing also after meditation. So let's all of us take a comfortable positions, relax, time to our own selves to connect to really who we are. So please, as you see in the picture, you will slowly close your eyes, take a comfortable position, relax your shoulders. You can cross your fingers as you see in the picture, cross your legs at the ankle, and stay with your breath. We'll scan our body from top to bottom first. And while the music is starting, you can feel your breath, center yourself in this present moment. We'll be starting group breath mindfulness meditation, dear friends and masters. Slow, relaxing breaths. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Observe your natural breath. As the mind is becoming empty, you may start experiencing emptiness and energy. Be just a witness to every sensation, vibration, pulsation. Relax your shoulders. Your mind is slowly, slowly getting empty. Heart full of gratitude, happiness, joy. Spreading that love, that bliss, that healing to all around us. Having thoughts is very natural, dear friends. When you realize you're wandering in thoughts, bring your attention back to your breath. Stay with your breath, my friends.
As your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that calmness inside of you, all around you. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are thinking, go back to observing your breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness, a deeper calmness. Within you. Allow yourself to experience that calmness within you, all around you. As your mind is becoming empty, all that liberated energy is channelized into the present moment. You develop greater awareness, mindfulness. As thoughts become lesser and lesser, your body functions at its natural best. Be with your breath. It is natural to have thought. If you recognize you are thinking, gently go back to observing your breath and slowly go into that calmness. That emptiness of no body, of no thing. all emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy with infinite possibilities. The field of all connection. The field of intelligence. The longer you stay aware of this calmness, emptiness, the more you receive from it. Allow yourself to merge into the emptiness of yourself. This is your greater mind, that awareness. The longer you are with it, with this emptiness, the nothingness, the more intuitive you become, the more connected you feel. And the more experiences you draw into your life. Friends, at this time, I would like you to express gratitude. Gratitude to all things and everyone. Can you express gratitude to your parents for giving you this beautiful connection to life? Be grateful to all your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. For knowledge is precursor to experience. Be grateful to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, for helping you learn many things, experience many things. Your gratitude to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, for all the beauty, energy, mystery, and more in your life. Gratitude to everything you use, the technology, the system, the governments, the companies that make our life so comfortable. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you and caring for others, and to this intelligent universe, the quantum field of energy, for helping us experience this life. Many are not so blessed.
All is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well,
Relax your body
all is
and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body as you relax.
I am safe. All is well. All is well. I can rest. I am safe. All is well. All is well. I can rest. I am safe.
Hello, dear friends. Hope you enjoyed Sir's meditation. We have few announcements while Sir is logging in. We have a beautiful, we have Saturday master classes where different masters around the world share their wisdom. Wonderful, wonderful way to connect and know further. So this time, I think they will be circulating all of the information on your WhatsApp group, but we still wanted to announce it's going to be at 5:30 to 6:45 p.m. And the speaker is Jagdish sir. He's a retired professor for IIM Bangalore. Wonderful, wonderful master. I've heard him most of his Saturday and something always new from his library. And then we also have new young adult program that will announce post meditate, post guest sharing and sir's session. But there's a 6-week program called Vibe. We'll be circulating those information also. That's mainly curated for young adults and professionals. It's open for everyone for free, but it's more curated for that age group. So please take advantage to let your children, your friends, and community members know about it. With that, sir, very warm welcome and over to you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sonalji. Hope you enjoy the session, friends. We have a guest leader today. I'll share. Guest master. But before that, understanding this emptiness a bit. Become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you. What is this emptiness? Where will I go? Go deeper. Go deeper. Where do I go? I'm here. What is it? Go deeper. Allow yourself to merge into that field of nobody, nothing. So first, let's just look at a few slides to say what quantum physics is saying about this. It's a couple of slides, few slides. First of all, there is emptiness I would like to establish. And second, we get into the emptiness, second part of it, right? And we're convinced that it's all empty. And then second, how do I step into that emptiness? Okay. So of course, those who have been in the program before, you may have seen some of these slides, but it's always beautiful to look at and understand this every time. Because every time we understand, then every time it just gets all overwritten by the illusion of what we see here, what we touch and feel, and then we see it, and it keeps overriding what we are understanding as a concept. Your daughter comes in front of you and cries and says, everything is forgotten. And say, oh man, this is it. And why am I like this? And I got to really take care of it because everything is right now here. This is so real. That's so real. So all things you learned, they go away. Adi Shankaracharya said, one of the greatest masters, separation is illusion. When we see others as separate, conflict begins. He said, separation is illusion. You and not, I are not separate. When you see them as separate, then generally there is a conflict. Either conflict inside or outside. If you see your daughter is separate, there is a conflict inside every time she struggles. So a quick exploration of quantum physics. Quantum physics has said, whatever that you and I are saying is real, for them is not real, or is made up of things is not real. This book is there. The Science of Yoga by Master E.K., by the way. Very nice book, The Science of Yoga. Now, this book, touch and feel, and I feel it's real, of course. It comes from paper, it comes from many things. Paper comes from trees. So, real, no? Of course it's real. What is real? It comes from things that we know are real stuff. A printing machine printed a stuff on it, and then paper came from trees, real things. Trees are real, printing machines are real, they can't be just artificial. No, quantum physics is saying it is made up of unreal things. Okay, fine, trees, and then printing machine. That is asking you to go into them. What it is saying is if you go deep, 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 go in, go in, go in, then they're saying whatever you think is real is made up of unreal things. We can't think as real. What is real? So give a definition. Real means anything that you can experience your sensory perceptions. Touch, feel, hear, smell, see. Five senses. Huh? Then let's say they are real. I can see it, I can touch it, I can feel it, I can smell it. All of these are there. Now they're saying this book, or this phone, or this laptop, or you and me, because we are all real, that we think are non-real, made up of things that are non-real. That means you cannot put your senses to look at them, to feel them, to touch them. To experience, you cannot experience the senses. So when you take an individual's body and you dissect it and you go in and go in and go in and go in, this is what it means to go in. Going in every day, go within also means some level this. When the spiritual masters asked questions, who are you? What did Ramanuja, who are you? Okay, you say something. Okay, are you that? Who is behind that? Okay, you're behind that. You go behind, you'll find nothing. That's the whole idea is where he wanted us to go. But here let's look at, physically speaking, and organs are there in a body, human body. Organs broken down into cells. Organs are constituted of many, many cells, body cells. And cells are constituted of many, many molecules. Molecules means compound chemicals or entities, compound chemical entities. Like water at the simplest level. Oxygen is there in our body, water is there. Then, of course, acids are there. That's a lot of things, right? There are things that will come predominantly. How much water? 70%. So water is called molecule, H2O. Now you further break it down, then what you got? Atoms, elements. Nature is composed of elements, we know this. Then we divide them into 5 elements, Panchabhutas. All elements, the 108, who is a chemistry lecturer, who remembers a good chemistry student? How many elements are there? It keeps changing now, isn't it? When I was reading that time, I think 108. Yes, Charles, how many did you read? Okay, you're in mute. That's right. So the elements are there, which are atoms here, which are all entities individually that can exist by themselves, different forms. Some are gaseous, some are liquid, some are hard, meaning physical. Okay. So our human body, eventually, if you break it down inside, go in, like the same thing I want to do for the book too. Okay, it's made up of trees. You go into the trees, then of course the tree will have a lot of cells. And then ultimately it comprises of atoms. You know that. Everything comprises of these 5 panchabhutas, which are nothing but groups of elements for each one. Earth, groups of elements comprise Earth eventually. Liquid, water, groups of elements. Gaseous, groups of gaseous elements are there. Like that, you have to see fire. So Deep inside, everything is ultimately broken down to atoms. Now, here is a rub. That atom that you see, or here is the surprising fact here, the atom that you see, whether it is one electron around a nucleus or several electrons around a nucleus, doesn't matter. The element's position on the table represents how many electrons it has around it, right? Now, an atom, when you see an atom here on the left side, in this case, it's a single electron atom, must be hydrogen. Now, if you notice and say, what percent of this atom is empty? Then you know, and immediately you will tell that electron and then central nucleus contain proton, neutron. I only depicted proton here. There's also neutron in it. You would say the nucleus, yes, this is all we read, a little bit of physics. Nucleus is some weight is there, mass is there, I can feel it. Electron is also got a little bit of weight. Okay, I know it. It's because it's like a particle. These two are there. Everything else is empty in that atom. Assuming it's space you take where they rotate. Everything else is empty in it. You may say 95% is empty. Now you look at this, according to quantum physics, all of it is empty. All of that atom is empty. What is all of it? 99.119%. It's a big number. I want you to round it. You come to a definite conclusion, near 100% is empty. If it's 99.999 and 11 nines, and normally with the 1 9 only, we round it up to 100. Then 11 nines, please give the credit of making it 100. So 100% of the atom is empty. They're saying it's empty. Nothing. You go in further, you don't find anything. You don't find that mass that you thought it is there because it's so tiny. How much is this? 0.000000001%. So, first of all, from science perspective, go in all the way. What you're finding is all emptiness, nothing. 100% of human body is empty, filled with energy. Then they found that emptiness is filled with this low frequency electromagnetic permeable electromagnetic energy. That's all pervading energy, very, very, very low frequency energy that's sitting there. That's why they found it to be. It's called 0-point field of energy. This is the basis for everything in the universe. Anything and everything that's out there is deep inside. It is all emptiness that you cannot touch and feel. Now, here is another important thing. Even that subatomic particle, the electrons and neutrons that you thought are M particles, they discovered that they too are energy by default. They're not. Electron or neutron is not physical thing. For example, take iron. Iron as an element is a physical thing to touch ferrous. But that is got a bunch of electron neutrons, but that is also, they're saying it's by default energy. They don't find any hard thing in there. That electron is behaving as energy by default. That neutron, which is the nucleus, is default energy. Invisible energy. They're called waves as energy, they're called waves. You see below, there is a wave that's going. A wave goes everywhere. Waves. So this subatomic particle energy, when they're energy, they're all electrons are vibrating, oscillating all the time as energy. Energy means vibration, no? It's a frequency. Like, the only thing equivalent of energy that we all see is in hospital patients in movies. Typically, they see, suddenly they put it, that machine they show, tick, 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 tick. So that's energy, oscillation, waves. And then so finally that wave becomes flat. Then we say there's no more breath. They're measuring easy brain waves. By default, the brain waves. They become flat at some point. That means there's absolutely nothing. By the way, in meditation, we also go into that state of where flatness equal to dead state. You may go. But that's a great state. It's called samadhi state. But in any case, so by default, they're all particles, the energy, electrons are also energy. The point then, dear friends, is that when you see everything as energy, the electron neutrons are also energy, and our body is all fully empty and energy. Then this energy, and it's notice there is at the bottom on the screen, there is a electron, there is a atom, the way you imagine, it's got a nucleus in center, something rotating, and then there is a wave. An atom you thought is a ferrous or a mercury, they are like something that you can touch. They are there, but then the elements are there. But then if you notice, element is comprised of multiple elements are atoms. Now they're there, but they are as energy. Default, they're energy. That's what is a quantum physics discovery. Everything in this is energy, so every element is energy. Every atom is energy. And so if they're energy, your body, then you'll agree, is full of energy, because ultimately if every atom is energy and it comprises of trillions of atoms, it's all energy then. This book is energy then, but I see it. I see and then I feel, and all that is because it has something called strong and weak nuclear forces and gravitational forces. These forces are acting upon it to give it that weight, that feel, many of those. It binds together. Those forces bind them together. Okay. Our weight, and 100 kg person's weight on moon is only 16 kgs. A person who weighs 100 kgs here, their weight is 16 kgs on the moon. So where did the weight come from? Where did it go? 84 kgs, where did it go? Just by going to moon, you don't shed weight. Yeah, you shed weight because the gravity is not there. So your weight is actually very less. So that's how you want to see. Okay. So friends, we are energy by default. But sir, it's so difficult. So that's the point. There is now, I want to stop here to say, as energy, we are a single big connected field. When water is separately there, but then it becomes vapor, it's all now starts becoming one as connected, not separate. So is the case with you and me. While we are by default, while we see ourselves as separate, but then deep inside we go in, we are a bundle of energy, walking bundle of energy. You and I, and then every one of us are just walking field of energy. It's there. Now the energy gets amplified with something called emotion. Now that goes into a different concept. And emotion and thought are also energy. And so everything that, you add to your energy of what you are. And you have an emotion. When you have a thought, then there is this energy getting this way, that way, expands and contracts, depending on what kind of thought you have, what kind of emotion you have. But default is that we're energy, walking bundle of energy. Now, energy is not staying in single place. It goes around and connects to everything. It becomes one single big field of energy in the entire universe, or multiverse. It's not single universe from quantum physics perspective. Multiple verses are there, multiverse. Many, many universes are there. Billions of them are there. Galaxy, billions of galaxies are there. And so, dear friends, we want to see everything as one single field of energy. So there is energy, and then from energy comes matter. Through some specific experimentation, it is there, which we will not go in now, and we'll go in through during the manifestation week. In week 3, I'll talk about this and how it becomes and all that, right? We'll go take it there. But when this energy is all there, then however we see it as physical through somebody's observation, there's also quantum physics experiments are there. We'll cover that later. So I want us to just recognize at this point that is say we are deep inside emptiness and energy, but we see matter. Matter comes through observation. So there is energy and matter, two things. And that energy is all emptiness. We just saw that. So what happens in meditation now? Every day when you sit down and meditate, we are energy and matter. Either this state or that state. Default, it's all energy. Matter comes when somebody observes it. Okay. In the beginning, somebody observed. Somebody observed, okay, I'm going to, there is many aspects of observation. Parents are observing, grandparents are observing that, no, okay, both Achasa will have this child, that child, this, they're all observing. They're intending many things, they wish to see. They wish to see a baby come out. Creation, observation brings. So this is now difficult to understand. Say, okay, just by observing will a baby come, it's a different thing. There are many combinations of it, many aspects have to come. But when somebody observes that this is coming, so there is energy and matter. I observed and said, I would like to get hold of great masters' books. Then I had thinking about, when I went to Vizag and I saw this fair and said, Master EK, somebody told, yes, Sonalji, and then the whole St. Louis community told me, Master EK is an amazing master. Okay, so Master EK, who is that master? Then I heard Master EK's fair in Vishakhapatnam. Then I went to the fair. Then I looked at it and they always had the desire that I must have many masters' books. Then I bought his book. My observation eventually got a book of this master to me, right? Because I felt like I kept increasing my focus on it. Now, so somebody observes, energy becomes matter. Nothing was there, but then book came into me. Same way, some publisher must have observed, so they printed it. Like that, you understand. Then a writer must have observed, I must write first, right? An author. So the organizer must have observed, let's correct all of it. With multiple observations, ultimately something comes. So now observation brings matter. Now I want us to do in meditation, what we're doing, we're not observing, we're removing observation for everything. We're removing observation from everything in meditation. So what do? Where is that observation? First of all, our senses are observation. We withdraw senses, pratyahara. In meditation, we withdraw senses. We close our eyes, senses are withdrawn. Number one, eyes are the biggest sensory organ, we withdraw. then our we're giving instructions. Anyway, our body is not going anywhere in touch with us. So it's important. Don't sit next to each other, touching each other. Avoid any touch when you're sitting in meditation. Slight separation. Even family members, don't sit with touching. Be with yourself, right? And then if you're meditating next to a great place cooking with all the aroma coming, God only knows where you will be. Okay, the smell is there. Ideally, you want to go into a place where you have things that are not activating your gut and all that, and you want to eat like stuff. So be in a quiet place. Okay, a little bit of fragrance is okay. But essentially, in meditation, withdrawing senses by closing your eyes, instructing yourself that now you are going to be not utilizing sensory perceptions. But ears, yes, you will. For music, you can. Now, in a quiet place, you are there in meditation, withdrawing senses. So your observation is off, gone. The other observation is in your mind, the thoughts keep coming because thoughts also bring time and space of objects. Objects are there in thought. Person, place, or things in a time frame is a thought. I met Sonalji about 6 years ago in St. Louis, somewhere in a session or whatever. And so that is a thought. Holds of a time of 6 years ago, I met her. Okay. In a time frame, a thought about a person in a place is there. You get the picture. Now, all of that has to disappear to remove that observation in thought is there too. It has to be removed. It has to be removed. So I remove thought. I sort of disconnect from the environment through my senses are removed. So I stop feeding me to observe anything more. And so that happens in meditation. So when you remove your observation, now whatever that you thought is there is no longer there. When you remove your attention onto matter, in meditation, you remove your attention, you completely disconnect from environment, you completely remove the thought. So you come to a state where you don't know where you are. You come to a state, you say, I don't see anything. I'm in the state of zombiness. I can't even hear the music. I can't even see. Of course, you anyway don't see. I can't hear music. I feel there's nothing around me, miles and miles and miles apart. It's all nothing there. How many people went into that state? You hear some faint voice, faint music, but you're not really not hearing because you're losing track of everything. So when you remove your observation, friend, then if an energy and matter, what do you have to become? Emptiness and matter. Emptiness is energy, otherwise you're matter. So matter is gone, then you're what? And that quantum physics discovery, we're all simply emptiness. They're that energy. They are that emptiness and energy because we removed entire observation of what we thought is matter. Whatever we knew, little or more, all has to go away. A 5-year-old is only noticing a little bit for a few years, 5 years, that's all. He's not even gone out to experience many things. So then he's got a little brain of little things only to declutter, remove. A 50-year-old has got too many, he's just gone too many places. So you get the picture. 5-year-old sit for a little while, 50-year-old sit for a longer while to remove unwanted stuff. But then when you remove everything, then what you see, then matter is gone. So we transcend matter. This is what is called transcending the body. In meditation, when you really remove the senses, and then when you withdraw the senses and you invert them directly, direct them inward, when we are saying, okay, go in and see what's going on, observe everything that happens in meditation. That means you direct your senses inward, not outward. So we disconnect from environment and then remove the thought. That means form and time are gone. We are a being of our time and space, and they are gone. And so then, friends, what we're left with is energy, emptiness. So you're experiencing that every day. I want us to be in that state of experiencing. When you are withdrawing, thought and goes away, you suddenly find yourself in a place of nothing. There's no people, no things, there's no time, there's no space, nothing is there. So whatever that feels to you, be there. It is empty. So somebody suddenly see a desert. Symbolic. Oh, so that means they're already in empty spaces. Somebody sees like a sea. Somebody sees like a sky. Sky is empty. Emptiness means something to us. Empty means dark because, suddenly if a sun, moon, everything is gone. There are the light sources. Because they're also removed. Their house furniture is removed. Objects are removed. Your Bangalore place is forgotten. India is forgotten. World is forgotten. Sun, stars, planetary things are forgotten. Solaris galaxy is forgotten, removed. What are you left with? Darkness. Stars are removed. Darkness, blackness. All can be there in many, many forms. Suddenly, all of it turns into energy. So it may show up into many things. It may be light. It may be people. It may be places, things. Emptiness is all that way. And emptiness is energy. The moment the energy is full of possibilities, infinite things are there because that's the existence. So then everything may show up back again. It may show up back again for various reasons. So the thing is, when I say emptiness, number one, you may find nothingness around you. It could be like black, light, dark, blue, sky, or ocean, or a desert of empty, absolutely nothing. Or you don't find empty as empty. In a room you go and then there's nothing there, you say empty. Like that, there's nothing out there, maybe there. You may be aware of it, you may not be aware of it. Awareness is a different element altogether. But you may be aware, you may not be aware that you are there. When you're not aware, you say, sir, I don't know what happened to me. After 30 minutes, I just came and you said gratitude, I'm telling gratitude. You're not aware, but you've gone into empty states. If you're aware, then you'll know the object is there or not there. You're gone into empty states, not aware, because you've gone into that field somewhere. If you're aware and then that emptiness transforms into energy where you start experiencing energy, then it can show up in many ways as movements, visions, or many, many things. Then we're saying witness them, observe them, don't interpret them. This is what emptiness means, friends. And where you are going in and then you're noticing a form of energy, form of emptiness, that shows up in this, because it's called infinite frequency dimension. It's called the existence of emptiness is nothing but Brahmand in Vedic thing literature. Aham Brahmasmi, I'm that Brahmand. I'm that existence, I'm that consciousness. I'm whole. Experience that. It's not for special people. You and I, when we simply drop ourselves, and we drop ourselves and everything of ourselves in sleep, and we are saying, you go into that state consciously. In sleep, how good is it? You are not aware. Of course, dreams are there trying to bring you awareness of it. But here, you're consciously going in, and then the regular practitioner at some point is going to be aware of things that are happening to you. Not every time, unpredictable, but sometimes you become aware. And so then you're connecting, you're seeing, exploring other dimensions. Many, many words here, and then we'll peel those onions layers later in other sessions. But for now, that's what emptiness means, folks, that experiencing nothingness And nothingness transforms to energy sometimes, and as energy, then experience many things, as we call the meditation experiences session on day 3, I believe I spoke about it. So go back and look at the listen to the recording. Okay. So let's invite Master Sandra Patricia and listen to her. Yes, Sonaji, can you introduce?
Yes, yeah, wonderful. Thank you, sir. So wonderful to have you, Miss Sandra Patricia. We're so grateful for this master. She's the founder for La Vida Jewelry and Mia Lightverse, two creations born from her journey with sacred geometry, consciousness, and meditation. She's a jewelry designer, a sacred geometry practitioner, and a student of the ancient science behind energy form and healing. Her background includes unified integrated medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, biogeometry, Reiki, and advanced energy healing techniques, including her own healing modality received through deep meditation. Her work brings together art, science, energy, and soul with one intention: to help people remember who they are, reconnect with the light inside them. So very warm welcome and looking forward to your sharing. Over to you, Chandra.
Good morning, beautiful souls. I'm so happy to be with you. It's a great pleasure. Sorry, today, really, I'm so excited to be with you. I'm so excited to every time when we want to talk about meditation or we want to share our experience. It's like a sacred moments, which is you can feel like your whole world is expanding, and you could feel like the energy of like all these souls around you. You could feel how much we are connected, how much we can be close to each other. When I look to meditation, I like to share a little about. I started the meditation like almost 10 years back. I believe same many people. I started it when I was like in frustrating period in my life. I was not able to manage daily life. I had a lot of tasks, a lot of challenges. And I reached a point that I can't fight anymore. I can't react to things anymore. I just need to listen, to be still, to observe, and allow like my something from inside me to help me solve and to help me deal with really with my busy mind cannot anymore find a solution for. And so the meditation at that time, it was a moments for me where I can just sit still and do nothing, just observe and try to cool all these cool my mind and remove these thoughts which keep fighting inside and keep coming, and with the stillness from time, like day after another, and I started to somehow, it's like to travel deeper inside, and I start to listen. Like really, when you live in silence for even few minutes, even few hours, you will start seeing that the silence is not really a silence. It's another world. It's a place where you listen to something different, where you be closer to something much more than you can experience in your life. the silence never been empty. It was like, it was the place which I could find all the answers. And it was the place which I could even have the solutions for things which I was not able to find when I was really thinking and really involved in daily tasks. So many things it happened in my life. So many gifts I received during these moments. And since that day, these, like, I consider them these holy moments, like these holy meditation moments. They become like the time which I get the guidance, which I can manage. Like, not, I don't want to use even the word of manage. No, I could experience something different. And my the way which I start to live my life changed, because when we somehow, when we can tell like that, when we start getting some answers in our meditation, it's coming from a voice of very deep inside of ourselves. It's coming somehow, I consider that it's the voice of my higher self. And this voice, I was not able to listen to it. I was not able to get in touch with it unless I become silent, I become still. So, and since that day, that voice became my guidance in my life. And today, I believe that even in my waking life, part of me is meditating, part of me is connected, because through the meditation, really you can feel the connection. And once you establish the connection with your higher self, with your inner world, you don't want to, you will not be the same anymore. You will just realize who you truly are, how unlimited we are. So when we somehow be in this state or start to live in this state, so many things in life will change meaning. Each one of us has his difficulties, has problems. We call it problems in our life. And we try to solve it from morning since we open our eyes till when we sleep. We are all the time in a struggle and in a fight and trying to solve and arrange and plan and do these kind of things. But when you really reach a point when you can connect with yourself, with your true self, you will understand that there is nothing really called problems in life. That we are giving this judgment or this value or that value to the things around us. We will discover that just life is happening through us, is passing through us. And we are just giving the meaning of it. So all what we need is to know that we are much more infinite, much more, we are unlimited souls. We are so strong. So when we live our life, when we face any challenge in our life, we will just understand that it's just an experience. And in reality, we have, like, when we say like we have a problem, we have a challenge, we have an issue, in reality it's nothing. It's just an experience, it's a game which we need to play it, we need to go through it, we should be aware that we're much more bigger than what we are facing, what we are experiencing, and all answers and a different way of answers will come to us, and different way of seeing the world. Our point of view will change completely. So and when we start to go or to approach the daily life from this perspective, when we start to receive answers, when we start to be in touch with our true self, we will change the way of living this life, and we will be somehow, we will open a door to receive the intelligence which is beyond our human experience. So through meditation, somehow I receive a lot. I receive a lot of my designs because as I'm working in, I'm a jewelry designer. So I receive a lot of things. I receive a lot of a lot of things to share with people, to have it in my life, to I somehow what I wanted to, I receive much more even what I ask for, and it become like a daily moments and a daily practice in my life to sit and listen and keep all the time listening to a voice inside of me, which is no matter what I ask, all the time is giving me the answer, is helping me, supporting me. And really now I feel I'm living my life in a very, from my own perspective, in a very smooth and nice way. Although when anyone else can look to let us say what I'm experiencing, they might tell, oh, you have a lot of issues, you have a lot of challenge, your life is not easy. But for me, no, everything is smooth, everything is blessed, everything is organized, everything is flowing. And all this, it happened just when I opened this door. And this door couldn't be opened without stillness, without practicing meditation and enjoying the benefits out of it. So, and as many of my friends know, like we were sharing a lot of things, even with together with Mr. Chandra, with everyone, that really there is sometimes so blessing experience what's happening to us, which is, it will give you a taste of who we really are. It will give you, sometime during meditation, you can pass through experience, which is you will be, you will feel who you truly are. You will feel how unlimited we are.
Yes.
I don't know, like I have a lot of experiences.
Yes. So
It's not easy to remember like now which one I should share more with you, but maybe Mr. Chandra, you.
that's that's how we all feel, that there is an inner voice we can connect to.
Yeah, this is the part.
What challenges have you faced where others said they're a challenge, but it's not a challenge for you?
The challenge during my meditation, you mean?
No. In life, what challenges that you're faced or facing that others said they are challenges, your life is in turmoil, but for you it is normal?
Actually, now there is nothing. The one of the gift which I get is not to fear anything anymore. I don't have a fear in my heart anymore. I am not afraid from any experience can happen to me. I feel like I'm flowing into my life. I'm surrendering to whatever is coming. I'm enjoying whatever I'm facing, and I'm looking to it as an experience, as a lesson. And
Yes, that's true. In my case, I had hired a lot of people, but I had to let them go of a lot of them, which
yeah,
I did not enjoy. I was struggling. There's a
mhm.
point where I said I want to leave everything because I hired many of them, 100 of them, and then I had to let go 90 of them, which is not at all a feeling. To the best possible, we tried. Even the 9 we couldn't keep, but kept with, removing my salary and then spreading go and all of it. But it was still not good feeling. That was a big challenge. Meditation helped me to weather through that challenge. Like there any challenge specifically for you that
Yes,
our audience will appreciate?
yeah, I will tell you exactly like one of my biggest challenge in my life. I am a person which is I used to be. I love to control things around me. I love to plan things, to calculate every single step, and I was too much relying on my mental skills and using my mind, my brain. I'm so good in planning and good in managing and do these things. But at a certain point, I start to feel I can't take it anymore. And in that point, like when I felt I'm overwhelmed with a lot of issues to solve, and I can't do it anymore. I can't keep planning. I cannot keep holding these, like holding everything around me while everything you feel is falling apart. But through meditation, through the stillness actually, and to be through the time which I was like start to really listen to my in higher self, to be connected more with my higher self, uh, I started to let everything go by itself. I start to I stopped to keep reacting and planning and making these contingency plans and doing solving, and I'm just I start to trust that I am okay. There's nothing can hurt me. Let the things go the way which wants to go. And I'm just looking to it, just observing. I trust the universe, what we will give me for the next step. And today, really, I discovered today I reached this full like realization that whatever universe is planning for you is, or whatever your higher intelligence or your higher self is planning for you is much bigger and much more safer and much more important and better from whatever you try to use your brain or use your thoughts to plan. Because we somehow through our life we have a lot of programming, a lot of limited programs running in our mind and in our daily life. We don't look to we have somehow, let us say, like we have this polluted eyeglasses we're putting on our eyes. We can't see the truth. But when you start meditate, when you sit in stillness, when you learn how to observe, when you learn how to listen, you will start seeing from much more clearer perspective.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sandra
Thank
ji.
you. Thank you very
I
much.
hold on
Thank
to
you.
too many things. I control, and then I have to plan, and then I have to do this way.
Yeah. My
So
God.
instead, we do intention. You do a little bit of what you need to do more spontaneously, and then let things happen, and then right things will happen.
Yeah.
In Bhagavad
Yeah.
Gita, there is a shloka. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Bhagavad Gita is an Indian beautiful scripture. The greatest textbook for all yogas, meditation yoga, reading yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, karma yoga means action. All of them, greatest book. It says, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That means you have the right to do things, but don't expect results. All this
Yeah.
planning and control is because of too much of expectation and the result. No, yeah, this has to be done this way, this way. No, you have to do this way. These 5 things, this one, this one. Everything is planned because you have a certain way of doing things. You expect certain outcomes.
Yes.
Intent. We have an intention. This is what I wish to experience. Then do a little bit of whatever you have to do, but don't get attached to these results. When you get attached to the results, then you're trying to control everything.
Actually, you will put yourself in a prison of expectation, prison that you are responsible of finding solution and solving things. And you will start to be like the person who's swimming against the flow. You will put a lot of effort. You'll be with a lot of emotion, a lot of thoughts, a lot of things is happening. Well, you don't need to do that. It's just what you need to do is just to trust, let
Sure.
things go the way how it should.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank
You
you.
know, we
Thank
did a big global conference of many leadership coming, this whole event. You can be a control freak and then really burn yourself down. If there's somebody who is organizing and getting it, or you can just look at and then give responsibility and know that this is not only you who are doing it, but there's whole consciousness. So many masters also have the same intention to do. And so give them and then let them do. Do a bit of planning. I did. We were there together. With Sai Kripa Saga was leading the Helms and Jayashree Madam, came together, they were doing. But they're not telling them every minute what to do. We had a beautiful event. Give what you feel, but then let go rather than being the control freak of every day agenda, every day this, every day that, every day task, all of that. So I don't want to give a counter message to business leaders here talking about this and say, come on, my whole life is full of planning. My calendar is full of meetings. Let it be, but let it be for creative ideas, not over planning, not under planning. Meditation must bring that balance. Meditation must bring understanding to say when to let go and not to let go. Is that middle path. It'll happen. People will get to know when to let go. Too much delegation, problem. Too early, too soon is a problem. Overholding is significant problem. Meditator will come into the middle path to know when and how much to give and then where to let go. Right. So thank you very much for joining. Wonderful
you.
to hear you always, Patricia.
Thank you. Thank you.
Madam, yes. Yes, Sonalji. Can I
Thank you,
conclude?
sir. What a lovely session. We thank you, Patricia. So lovely to hear
Thank
you.
you, my dear. Thank you.
We do have a few questions, sir. You want to wait for a few minutes?
Let's
Or
formally,
should we-
formally conclude session. We're already late by 15 minutes. Yes.
Sure.
Okay, friends. So we are completing our week 1 in this program so far. Understanding different aspects of meditation. We started and said meditation is it gives everything. We understood a little bit of mind. Then we went through understanding the experience of meditation. Then we said books are very important. Then today we understood emptiness a bit. And we also had a lecture yesterday. Was there a lecture yesterday? What happened yesterday? I don't remember what happened.
Brain waves.
Brainwaves. Who did? I did?
Yes.
Okay, so many things happening. I was doing everywhere these brainwaves. So the brainwaves and this, they all happened. So sufficient to understand meditation, what it means to go in. Okay. So Sundays we do a longer meditation. So tomorrow, so far this week we've done 35 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer, a little bit lesser. But tomorrow go long meditation. Sunday sessions are typically 2 hours. 1 hour, 15, 20 minutes we do meditation. And then we will do something, another extra processy, and I will talk about this tomorrow for that thing we will do, right? And long meditation with some Q&A. So it is 6 to 8 o'clock it go. The meditation will start around 10 minutes after we start, 10, 15 minutes after we start, and then end at 7:30 a.m., right? Meditations are such that you could, if you don't have time, you can, of course, rather than avoiding the whole meditation, do for some time emptiness states, and then afterwards you can leave if there's no time. That's a different thing. But don't avoid the whole session. Continue the practice. Regularity is important, right, friends? As I will see you tomorrow for this Sunday long meditations. Then next week, the second week, we'll talk in the deep dive into health. Various benefits of meditation, health, or scientific understanding, stress relief, youthfulness, longevity, mental well-being, and your abilities, how they improve, and many more things that we'll discuss next week, scientifically and a bit philosophically, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, friends.
I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am.
Yes.
I am.
We have one announcement again for tomorrow, friends. There's a masterclass through one of our very amazing Jagdish sir. It's going to be on 25th of April on happiness from 5:30 to 6:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time and 8 to 9:15 a.m. US Eastern Time. You will still get the flyer in your WhatsApp group, but just to let you know there. And the next, I think we have a question, sir, from Sagarika. Chandra, sir, given the Bhagavad Gita shloka, when we are visualizing and experiencing the emotions, let's see, emotions of achieving something, will it not lead to attachment to the results? Should the manifestation and visualization be more, let's see, it's blocking my cursor.
Blocking cursor, the app interface.
Yeah.
Where is it? Is it in question and answers? Okay. Q&A or
Yeah.
in the
It's
chat?
in the chat. So what she's trying to say is, when you're visualizing and manifesting, does that affect, the
Yeah, visualizing and
attachment?
experiencing the emotions of achieving something, will it not lead to attachment to the results? Should the manifest relation be more process oriented? Okay. I don't know what you mean by process oriented, but here is the thing. Getting attached to something is based out of ignorance of lesser knowledge or lesser understanding of the way things are. If you notice, number one, when do we get attached to something? When we get attached to something, when I know that, okay, it's a lot of effort I'm taking, and then afterwards I cannot let go. I've put so much effort, I really have to come now to me. You see something as a lot of effort? You see something as more difficult to get? Or you see something as more permanent? You see something as very less in the scarcity. There are various dimensions of why you feel. But now, if you understand from the quantum science perspective, or the existence of the universe, now none of this is true. Why should you put a lot of effort? Because you're bound in the time. Can we overcome the time? Can you wait for some time? Can you ask these questions? You're trying for something. Can you wait for some time? What's the difficulty? Why can't you wait for some time? Why does it have to be now? Or you spend a lot of time, it came. And where it goes, is it okay? Can you recognize that, okay, there's infinity of experience, I can rebuild it? Attachment comes the moment you realize something and say, oh, this is mine now, because you feel it's difficult to rebuild. But is that difficult to rebuild? It is, number one, it is possible to get it because it's infinity of experience. Number two, it's in your hand, so rebuild it. Very less, and so I have to have it only for me and not others. But it's not less. Everybody has this whole infinite field. So when you increase your understanding of the existence, the more you study and recognize that, number one, you are the master of everything. The entire field is within you. You are within the whole field, having access to that field. You are this big treasure. There's a big treasure, and then you have the key, and everybody has the key to the treasure. Imagine that. So will you ever feel that you have less? It is a big, massive treasure out there. And you have a key, and then Samaji has a key, and I have a key. And then each of us are going, and everybody will take something, and still infinitely is there. You don't feel attachment to it anymore because, okay, fine, tomorrow I'll walk in and take it. I don't have to hoard it. Hoarding is waste. It's just so much of energy I have to do. Why? It is right there. Why should you hoard it? Buffet is served, a lot of food is there. You don't hoard things. You say, okay, fine, I'll go and then do because there's plenty of it is there. Now you see a queue of 1,000 people at buffet. Now you tend to do more. There's a problem because the mindset is there are 1,000 people, I may not get it to take it. More you take it, hoarding. Because we feel it may not be sufficient. Now, the second element has to come there. The consideration has to come there. Understanding and consideration both have to come. 1,000 people are there, buffet, food is this much. Then you're considerate. Your mindset is, okay, let me be considerate. Let me not hold for myself. And understanding has to come. They also need to benefit. They're waiting. You go one step further. 1,000 people, limited food. But okay, what do I do? Let me surrender. Let's see what consciousness has a plan for. I don't know what miracle can happen. Maybe somebody else will wheel in another contents of food. Maybe they'll wheel in. You and I don't know. Half an hour later, maybe somebody is already doing something. It can come. Consciousness has a plan. When you have this understanding, but let me be considerate right now, but then consciousness has a plan to take care of everybody. Even if I'm considerate, others may not be able to take care because physically speaking, it's so less how to do, don't know. But leave it there. Let the manifest, this one letting go. When you have this understanding, attachment won't come. But the understanding, we have to dive into the field every day to recognize we are this spacious, infinite field of possibilities. We have to dive into the field every day to notice and see the connection to others. And when these two regularly happen, we won't get ourselves attached to it. We have to interact with people who are living this way. So there are proof points of all the knowledge that you experience. First read, then you experience in meditation. Then you still want day to day a proof point and say, okay, yeah, I know meditation is happening, but can somebody be like that, considerate? You see your mother every day considerate when it comes to sharing, but you don't even pay attention too much. But can you see that? And so you interact with other meditators. So the three things are required for the practice. Are you doing that? If you regularly do, then you'll not be attached, I can tell you. Instead, you keep intending with that understanding. That's why in a visualization, see that it is inclusive to everybody, not just you. Then you let go of that feeling of guilt. And am I just trying to bring a lot of things for me? Include others also, let them benefit. Be very considerate in your creation. Yes.
Awesome, sir. Thank you. We have sharing and a question on awareness from Venkat sir. So it's a little bit very descriptive. Lately in my sits, the guidance just stops registering at some point. Voice and music still playing, but I'm no longer with them, not asleep. I'm sitting upright and alert, feels fresh and calm, very clear afterward. The strange part is that the whole structure of the meditation instructions, effort, even the one trying to meditate, seems to dissolve, and what remains is just kind of quiet awareness. Is that awareness what's the practice pointing at? Like I think what the practice is pointing at, and if so, is there anything I should be doing when it arises? Also, when I try to recall the experience later, all I can bring back is the calm mind and the freshness, nothing else from the space seems to come with me. Is that normal?
Okay, beautiful question. First thing is that you don't need to do anything more than to be in that state of beautiful emptiness. You don't even listen to the music, you don't listen to the guidance. Music and guidance are secondary. It's going to the empty space so that you are merged into this field of energy as one is primary. And this thing will happen. It happens to everyone. Some are aware, some are not aware in the state. It happens for short moments, so you're not aware. Even though you have awareness, you're not aware because in short moments, you can't notice it. It happens long moments. If you have awareness, you know it. Otherwise, many times you're not aware, so you don't know where you are. So that's it. But it is happening though. And be in that state. When you are in that state, now you are in this field of energy. In the field of energy, you're tuning into it. Your awareness is tuning into everything that's out there. And physically speaking, suppose you go to an ancestral home in a village. Physically, we are there. Just by being there through your senses, you notice everything, right? Isn't it? You're hearing, you're seeing, you're smelling, the nature, that your house furniture, this, that, people. You're picking up a lot of things, yes or no? You're picking up a lot of things. Hearing, seeing, smelling, the five senses are utilized just to pick up a lot of things. You are with Bill Gates, Master Bill Gates, amazing business leader, amazing philanthropic leader. Just by being in his company, you'll pick up a lot of things, yes or no? Just by being in his company. This is what is called when you're in the master's company, don't go on blah, 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 blah. Instead, just be quiet, just be there. The way master is behaving, the way master is speaking. Maybe sometimes he'll speak some concept, I can listen and take it. Rather than trying to impress upon, yeah, I've done these courses, I've done this and this happened, that happened. You're also trying to be impressing upon to the master how big deal it is. The master says, okay, fine. They're not ready to listen. They also quietly listen to see if they can learn something from you. They keep quiet. When we keep quiet, that's what Sanders is saying. You pick up things. Same thing in the field. Just be there. Now, what happens? It's not happening through physical senses. It's happening through the extrasensory perceptions. In the energy field, we are connected in the frequency of energy, not physically, through senses, which got the specific function and frequency at which they can see or hear. Our ear can hear anything within 20 to 20,000 hertz frequency. It can't hear anything below 20 decibels or 20,000 hertz or 20 hertz. It can't hear. That's why very, very low bass elements you can't hear. Very high frequency things beyond a point you can't hear. It gets difficult. But they're there. The sounds are there. Physical organs have a little bit of a limitation. What I can see, what I can't see, what I can hear, what I can't hear, the limitation. We got billions of bacteria around us. Do you touch them? Do you feel them? You don't. But bacteria, of course, is touching you, but you won't feel it, right? Because the senses of what you call this touch sense is only a certain frequency. Beyond that, it can't. But when you are away from the physical senses, there's no limitation. It's everything is there. You can pick up everything. If you understand this concept, then you are in that space, in that field of emptiness. You are now one with that field, not limited by the sensory organs. So now you're tuning into the infinite field of possibilities. Be there, that's all. You pick up what is necessary. Now, here is the consciousness job to put what is necessary for you. It will take care. What is necessary for you? Your intentions. When did you make your intention? Your wakeful time. In wakeful time, you're intending, I need a great baby. I need, my business to grow. I need something. I need peace of mind. I need this, beautiful nature. I want to go there and be there. You're intending many things. Your observation brings possibilities. Now, those things start coming there as information to you, which we call it later intuition, direct knowing. I don't know, yeah, I'm just thinking, and suddenly this thing said, you go to, that island in Indonesia. I feel like I have to go there. Now, next, another email comes, another this comes. Everybody telling you Indonesia is the way to go. So somewhere it came. It comes more when you tune into the field because it matches your intentions. It brings that information relevant. We call them messages. We call them intuition. We call them a lot of names. We call them. Okay. Sometimes there is direct experience in meditation. Sometimes it's not, but just the feel, being in the field, doing nothing is the greatest way to receive everything. Being quiet, you listen. That's what it means. We apply the same analogy in a wakeful life. Wherever a master is there, a business expert is there, we should sit down like this and listen to them, not open our mouth and just keep talking. A master is there, you're wishing to have the master with you, then you're going here, there, running around, you're not even bothered. The master is saying, well, fine, then I'll read my book, I'll sit down and read my book. I have no problem. You can go around, do everything that you want. Okay, there is a satsang, okay, 20 minutes satsang, you'll sit. Afterwards, you are again on to you. Everybody next to you said, okay, what is that red color? Where did you bring this shirt? Yeah, sure. You can talk about shirts and then pants forever. That also. You're not quite. So how can you listen? Thank you. Let's conclude it here. I think we have a meeting for
Thank you,
RCM.
sir.
Okay, St. Louis RCM, we have a meeting.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So thank you, friends. We will all meet you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you for joining. Thank you, sir. It was a great session as usual. Have a wonderful rest of the day and a great evening here. Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
I'm the light of my soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am. I am the light.
Thank you, everyone. We note all your questions and chats and will, share with Sir as time permits. Thank you for your understanding.